Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you. You are now watching Red Hot Knicks Talk, where you talk basketball with Steve and
Teddy.
welcome, guys. It's been a long time coming. A long time coming, bro. We've been trying to work on this podcast for a long time. So it seems simple to some people, but with things changing in your life, work schedule,
Adulting.
right? Pretty much.
Adulting. Like it's crazy. Like it's fun like embarking on this project with you, Steve, because you guys will know over the as we do more episodes, but starting in high school. Like we known each other
Lachlan.
since high school. Literally the theme and the content of this show we was doing in school when we should have been doing our work. So now that we're adults, we have like more freedom. We don't have to worry about tests and stuff getting in the way of Knicks talk. Like we have our
Right.
own studio.
Right.
We can have guests. Because
This
I
is
think
dope.
the most I remember, I think in junior class, I think it was like Pensick or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we did mostly. Because funny enough, like a fun fact, like we know, but you guys don't know, but we always sat behind each other or next to each other in class because alphabetical order. So if me and Steve was in class, we would always be
talking Knicks. And I didn't even know you watched basketball, bro. I didn't know you watched basketball. I didn't know you was into that. You was into the whole anime shit.
That wasn't anime, nigga.
Oh, my fault.
It was mostly rap, but nah, a couple of my friends were anime. But nah, that's how it was bad funny because in high school, we'll dive into all of this. Like you said, we was two different sides of the track, but what connected us was the Knicks at the time.
Yeah, man.
Because I know you was baller.
Play ball.
My
Some days is over.
my son was baller for the high school team.
Some days is over.
And I was out here just running the lockers and getting detention.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, the love of the Knicks and
Love the Knicks.
our Knickerbockers.
If you know me, I know I got the logo tattooed. I'm a heavy Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan my whole life. Quick story, backstory. My pops, when I used to, you put a baby to sleep, he used to hold me, put me to sleep. I had to be about 3 or 4. I got elephant memory, so I remember everything's weird. I remember him holding me, and I heard like, Patrick Ewing, and you hear the organs that defense. I remember that, and so I've been watching the Knicks from the dawn of time. It's been my favorite team through the ups, through the downs. The runs they've had throughout the years. We've seen them at their worst.
Yeah, we seen them at their worst. Seen them at the middle, but yeah, especially me and you, because we grew up in the same time where, like you said, us being toddlers was the prime era of the Knicks. And as we got older, then they kind of fell off, and they fell all the way off, and we was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Right.
Well, to piggyback off your story, that's crazy. Like, I think that's how I became a Knicks fan. Like, I remember, like, I don't have elephant memory, but I do remember my first game at Madison Square Garden. My mom and my dad took me, and literally, I just was like, what the fuck is this place, man? Especially as a little kid. And that was also before, like, they renovated. Like, the Madison Square Garden you guys see now is not the one that we grew up with.
Right.
The
original garden.
Yeah, the fucking colorful seats, the Budweiser sign, like, right by the hoop and shit.
And all that stuff. All the fancy stuff now. It wasn't there before.
So, like, growing up as a kid in the 90s when the Knicks were the hottest ticket in town and you was just a kid, I think I would have to say I became a Knicks fan when the start and introduction started and the whole fucking arena went black. And I truly was like, what is this? And I need to be here almost all my life because I now I got the fucking needle in me. And I remember that game too because my dad, he purchased a toddler champion Patrick Ewing jersey. Still got that shit to this day.
I have my oldest Knicks jersey is like a Derek Harper jersey.
That's what I'm saying. We the 90s era Knicks. Like we grew up.
That's the oldest jersey. And that's a champion one too. Yeah, it goes back. So let's get this started. The Knicks. Current Knicks for the 2023-2024 season. They currently stand at what's today? The 25th of November. They currently stand at 9-6, 6th in the Eastern Conference. 27th in the league with points per game. Second in the league rebounds per game. 28th in the league as far as assists and opponents per game. We're second in the league. We hold the opponents to 105.3 points.
I think we got to be behind the Timberwolves, right? And Timberwolves are number 1, right, in defense. So
yeah, they're number 1 in the West.
Okay.
So at home we're 4-2, and on road we're 5-4. Well, how you feel about the season so far?
Honestly, I'm feeling what's going on in 33rd and 7th. like we just talked about, like we've seen the Knicks, and even me and you personal talk, like we've seen the Knicks in very bad times.
Right.
And what's being currently constructed on the organization is not that, and is actually something really positive.
Yeah, I love the direction we're going in. Leon Rose, since joining the front office, I think he's done an amazing job. He's dumped a lot of bad salary. I feel he's drafted well, with an exception of Obi Toppin. Maybe we missed the one with the Kevin Knox one too, but
that was pre-Leon. That's when Scott and Steve were still running the show.
The Obi Toppin was
Obi was
Rose. Yeah, I'm not letting that go. Other than that, I love the direction we're going in. Quickly has to get re-signed. We have that's later on in the season, but he's someone I feel we have to keep. Jalen Brunson is a light and shining armor. Like, he keeps us going, man. I don't know what we'll do without Jalen Brunson. Mitchell Robinson he's drastically improved. Like, the dude, he stays on the floor, doesn't get in foul trouble anymore.
Last night he did. But that was bullshit.
The one game,
No.
But for the most part of the season, so far through the season, he's been our MVP, man. But I
think so too.
Him and Mitch Robinson, and then you see the gap Quickly's filling. Quickly's getting it. Like last night, he came through big. Quickly came through big. 20 points from Quick off the bench. Like, that's someone you have to keep on the roster. You have to pay him somehow, some way. We have to work that out. Julius Randle.
I'm Team Drew. For everybody, I'm Team Drew.
I'm Team Drew too. Listen, man, but I'm gonna call it for what it is. You play a sport, I have the right to critique you as an athlete. I love Julius Randle and what he brings to us and what he does for us. I just need him to dial in for 100% of the game. He's the second highest paid player on our team. He has to perform as such. So when we do critique him, call it for what it is. He takes his shot selection at times can be atrocious. His attitude on the floor can definitely be improved. I showed you the clips of when he played at Kentucky. You guys, for your knowledge, I've watched Julius Randle actually play at Kentucky. I've watched him play live. I know who he is as a player. I know what he brings for our team. I need him to bring that same tenacity from Kentucky here. He didn't get as frustrated as, abrupt as he gets, and he shoots himself out the game. I want to see him if he's having a bad game, if he's shooting poorly from the field. I want to see how he can perform in other aspects, besides scoring. Like, if his shot's not going down, what can you do? Because he pouts, he doesn't get his way, and then, we go astray, and then Jalen Brunson to the rescue, and that can't be the case every time with you being our second best player.
Also in the playoffs. Because it's condensed. And...
Well, the playoffs, this past playoff, like I said, I'm a fair guy. I'm gonna cut it down the middle. He was coming off that ankle injury. He wasn't fully healthy during the playoffs.
He got injured right before the playoffs. Yeah, he had good momentum going in.
He was. I think he played. What was that, like 50-something games straight, before he got hurt. So I don't hold it too much against him, but at the same time, he does take us out of games at times. But again, Drew's an ad. Julius is an ad, but at the two, let's get to the two guard. How do you feel about DiVincenzo starting? Or you want to keep Grimes there?
Because we talked about it a couple days ago when met you after work, but I don't know. I'm kind of flip flopping now because, like you said, with Grimes' confidence, the only way I'll say I'll give DiVincenzo the starting nod is just that. In that one game, he does cut, and move off the ball a little more than Grimes. Like, you'll watch Grimes, and Grimes is literally at the corner of the elbow unless somebody passes him the ball.
I like Grimes. I like Grimes starting DiVincenzo off the bench. I feel like if you start DiVincenzo, a young player like Grimes, how does that affect his mental psyche? How does he react to that? I also like Grimes over DiVincenzo defensively because he can go out there and guard your Jaylen Brown or guard your Shy or guard
Ingram.
He'll get up in them. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So he'll get up in them though. So I like him, and I say that. I also say that to piggyback off that. I like I like our bench. I would rather have a small lineup of Quickly, DiVincenzo, Barrett to lead that because he plays with the second unit. You know, he starts with the second unit. Barrett to lead the second unit. You get Harden there, and then you get Hartenstein. You know, I like that tango, that lineup off the bench. And let's talk about our bench, man. Like, I think we have one of the best benches in the NBA. If not the 6th man of the year in the menu quickly. I think we have the 6th man of the year this year in the NBA. I think we have the defensive player in the year and Mitchell Robinson, and I also feel like we have Emmanuel Quickly as the 6th man of the year. Like, as thus far, like, who can argue that and who can debate that? Like, they've been playing amazing. You can't ask for more. Like, that win last night really showed me a lot. I actually keyed in on that game with the Timberwolves. That was the game I actually wanted to.
That's the win.
Yeah, I wanted to test. That was a test for us. We didn't pass that test on the road. You know, that would have showed like, all right, we beat the Timberwolves, number one team in the West. You know,
one in the West.
We didn't beat them, but last night's win against the Heat, I'm taking it every day, every day of the week.
That's a really big win, especially like the Heat and the Knicks, super rivals from '90s to now. Like, they're one of the teams when the Knicks face off. Like, you want to get the win.
We should have beat them in the playoffs. We should have. We beat them in the playoffs. We see Boston. I'm taking my chances swinging at Boston. You know, not blaming Randall, but you know, you help Brunson just a little bit. You stop pouting. You run back on defense. You know, you find a way to get to the basket and score. You shoot efficiently from the free throw line. We have a chance against the Miami Heat. Miami Heat don't play in the finals. Yeah. Like, you know, like, I don't think people fathom or understand like what a championship will bring to New York City. What this will do to this city. Like,
pandemonium, chaos. Insane. I'll be there right with them.
Bro, I don't think people understand what that parade would look like, what the celebration would be like.
I've always said if the Knicks ever win the championship, they're gonna have to call the National Guard.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Like,
definitely.
When I went to the Cavaliers playoff game last year, it was a game 4 because I didn't go to the first one. And after they won, literally, I was sitting in the Chase Bridge. After the game, maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, you can hear people in the street from the arena
chanting.
And I was like, yo,
chanting.
Like, that's everybody's outside just going, like, you literally could have heard what was going on outside, like, upstairs. And then even when I got out there, it was somebody on the scaffolding, and bro, that's like round 1.
Yeah. Okay, so before okay, so I've attended my the last Knicks game I attended before this year was 2002. I forget the month, but 2002. Antonio McDyess was our starting power forward. Yeah, that was my last Knicks game before this year. This year I attended the season opener against Boston.
Yeah, he was outside. My son went to the season opener.
Yeah, I went with a coworker of mine. Shout out to my son Barish. We had a good time. It was cool. The atmosphere was insane. Like, you know the Garden when the game get tight. You know, late in the fourth, but again, we don't have a Jason Tatum. And I called it before the game. I said we were going to lose. Like, not even being negative, but just being realistic, seeing the outlook. Matchups is everything to me. I key in on matchups, you know, who's guarding who. And from the before the game, I already said, yeah, we don't have a Tatum. I was looking at how he was locked in shooting during warm-ups, shooting around. I'm like, yeah, we don't have that. And then you just see during the games, he's been in the gym this summer. Like, he's been taking gym shots.
Nah, I don't watch a lot of Celtics games, but I definitely think Jason Tatum has definitely improved his game, even from like what it was, and that's even scary.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can compete this year against them. I wanna see us compete. Improvements.
I think basically with me, and it kind of showed his head in the third quarter. Improvements for the Knicks. I think they're gonna have to tweak the offense a little bit, and they also really have to get better at shot making. And I'll talk to you about that. Like, sometimes it is a tough shot, but when you come in the playoffs, almost every shot is going to be a tough shot. Like, you're not going to get wide open threes at a premium in the playoffs. You're not going to get wide open twos. Like, so you have to get better at making shots. Because even what he says, Wally Serbiak says that shit every day, like on post game. To make a miss league.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's true. To make a miss league.
I love Alan Hahn. I love Monica McNutt. I love that. I love Bill Pito. Like, that host. I fuck with him. I love him. I watch every Knicks game. I watch every Knicks post game. Tom Thibodeau with the same shit. You know what I love about our organization, bro? I love the privacy. I feel like you never hear like leaks from the Knicks too much. And this is I know we heard the little Obi Toppin leak this past summer with that little audio. Somebody released that, but for the most part, you never hear Knicks.
Leaks.
Knicks. Besides the outlandish trade rumors we get every week, like
Knicks for clicks.
Yeah, pretty much. For the most part, I love like Thibodeau's response to things, RJ Barrett's response, Brunson's responsibility, how he takes it after games. Like, I key in on all of those things. Character matters in the NBA. It matters on the floor. Like, if you have selfish dudes, if you have players that's not like minded and they don't want to win or they're selfish, your team won't be successful. Back to what you were saying to piggyback on your point, Tibbs, I think he does need to tweak the offense. I feel like for example, I watched RJ Barrett this past summer play with Canada, and who was the coach?
I have no clue.
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr,
right. So Steve Kerr was the coach
for Canada.
No, was he?
No, because Barrett played for Canada.
Not. Well, they ran
USA.
I'm sorry,
Kerr was USA.
Kerr was USA,
okay,
but Canada ran a similar sets to like what the Warriors run, and you've seen the success Barrett had in FIBA play, and I feel like it's somewhat his shot is definitely translated this season since he's played this summer, and I see the improvement with him, and I feel like if Tibbs could just somehow get him more involved with the offense, so he can get into a flow. In order for us to win, he's our third highest paid player. He makes over $100 million. He's averaging over 20 now. But if we could just bump it up a little higher, small improvements, get him a little more touches. Like if Randall don't got his shot going, like Tibbs fails to like correct anything. He just lets him shoot.
Yeah, I feel sometimes RJ
and that cost those games cost us. Small things like that cost us.
Well, they do. And I feel like I'm sorry. I feel like that too. Like he definitely like RJ should get the key sometimes to the offense. Because even with the Heat showed yesterday, if they key on Brunson and Randall, then the team is like stuck in mud. So there needs to be another element.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's RJ and Randall, pick and rolls, pick and pops, RJ and Mitch. But RJ should definitely get some time, some touches on the ball where he initiates the offense just to keep the defense.
Let him facilitate. I like aggressive RJ. I like playmaking RJ, but we got to get a little bit more from him. Like I feel like he needs to be more involved. He needs to get a little more touches. Grimes needs to get a little more touches. Like we got to get these dudes more involved. Grimes is capable of. I think you get Grimes the ball. He shoots well from the field. He shoots about 37% or higher from the field. He could get us 15 points a game, 16 points a game. Like he's not there yet because in time. But as a starter, like plus minus got to add up. So
I think also with Grimes is reps. Because I don't play the NBA. I barely played past middle school. But the NBA is a different speed. And he's really taking on everybody's, like we just said, he takes on the best team's perimeter option every game, bro. So to be a two-way player, you know how much stamina.
He's capable of it, though. He's capable.
He is.
I don't know if you saw him in high school. He originally committed to Kansas and before he went to Houston. Like the dude he's a bucket. Like if you watch him, if you watch his high school clips, like dude was Zach LaVine.
It's more like off
you
the
can't tell me he
dribble,
wasn't Zach
dribble.
LaVine. Yeah, the dude was. I don't know what happened. Now he's more of a set shooter, but
I think also besides Jalen Brunson, I think Quentin Grimes is the biggest Knicks championship piece they have on the roster.
Our biggest piece?
Yeah, like championship piece. Like what makes a champion out of a basketball team?
I mean, he gives us great depth. I ain't gonna say no damn.
But if he feels his potential, that's a champion. Yes, he is, bro.
No,
a 3-and-D wing.
No, he's not.
Yo, bro can shoot. And he could defend, bro.
He's a piece to our depth chart, right? Well, until he get.
But I'm saying if he develops into his potential,
he get that average up. He ain't no championship piece, my boy.
I think he is, bro. He's a championship piece. I would never trade Grimes, bro, unless some crazy offer comes.
I mean, we have to. When you think about it, like if it comes to a trade where we gotta get a play in somebody in the front office, that manager wants Grimes, you gotta put him in a deal. Have to. Who we trading in? That's the thing. So since we talk about that, let's stick to that. What do you feel we're missing? If you could trade for a player, what do you feel we're missing? A matter of fact, let me go. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I want this player, but we need this type of player, like a Swiss Army knife type of forward. Swiss Army knife, I'll elaborate a little more. A two-way scoring wing. We need that. We need somebody that could defend, somebody big, somebody 6'7", to 6'9". We need that forward that can score, that can defend the best player. Like, if Brunson can't go and we need a buck, like, in other words, Julius Randle got to be our third best player. If he's not in the deal,
I always said that. Julius Randle's the 3. Then if the Julius Randle's a 3, then the Knicks are closer
I'm gonna get back to him too. I'm gonna go with him. I got a question for you too. I got a question for you too. Yeah. But back to my point. Players, I feel like that will not the type of players I feel like that we need. OG and Anunoby.
Yeah, you on the OG train, but
yeah,
it ain't happening.
I know, especially what's going on with Toronto.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
bro.
Oh my God, Masai, please work with us.
Unless they trying to settle the case out of court in an NBA world, and then send us OG.
My son Dolan not playing. He want 10 mil, boy.
That's not happening. But you're right though. I think
some analytic stats, that's not gonna impact us at all. Like, we wasn't winning the championship. But it's all right. Get your money, B. I hope you get it. I hope you get that 10 mil.
Nah, but it's the thing about respect, bro. And that, like, we'll talk about it.
It's a contract. Yeah, he broke the clause of the contract. Yeah, you got to pay. There got to be some type of penalty for that.
Yeah,
but of course, you know the NBA. We gonna get to that. Chill. Hold on.
No, not even just that. Like, I think that it also leads to that. Like, that's with this podcast and with this revival of the Knicks. Like, the Knicks have been mistreated by the NBA for far too long, bro.
Yeah,
because they didn't treat themselves right.
Before we even get there, back to OG and Anunoby. That's just one type of. See, you just want a Toronto wave. Hold on, I just mentioned one player. We need a Paul George. Not saying we need Paul George right now. No, I'm not saying that. But we need that type of player. I would love an Ingram. I think you throw Ingram in here, he fits perfectly. Perfect fit. Of course, Donovan Mitchell. Oh my God, he's not a two-way wing, but he's a motherfucking bucket. Like, I'm taking a small back. That's in due time. I think we'll eventually get there with Donovan. You know.
Oh yeah, I think that's the. Like, I'm not trying to blow up any front office's spot, but I think that's the plan. I think it's the plan for the Knicks and the front office is just to see what they have in house, and also not to give away the farm.
Yeah,
and also
patience is a virtue, my boy. Because Rose, the way he moved, we stacking him up.
My son Mob Ties Rose.
I didn't write it down. I didn't write it down, but we got some first rounders in the chess piece. But we gotta cash in at some point.
No, we do, and I think that's what. Like I said, I think this season, because when is Mitchell? Mitchell's a free agent season after next, right?
Yeah, I think he's still on the books.
Okay, so I think what they want to do, and I think maybe what Mitchell wants to envision is like the person that finally comes to the Knicks. Now, when they sign to the Knicks, there's at least a team there for them, rather than because we've seen it with almost everybody: Kevin Durant, LeBron, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash when he had Kobe Bryant. Like, it was always, please come to New York and save the Knicks. So now, if there's an actual decent team in place, that takes a lot of pressure from people.
We have the piece, but again, the thing is, like, we're in a good position, but the question is, who do we get? Who do we land?
No, I think Donovan
that's the question mark. Who's available? Who is really available?
Not too many people all available right now.
Yeah, that time has passed us, man.
But I think Donovan Mitchell,
in 2 years, he may be our best shot. If you can name any player of us landing, it more than likely will be Mitch.
Especially if we don't have to trade from him, we just use money. Remember I sent you that video? Like,
yo, it's been a long time coming, B. It's been a long time coming. Like, 1984, we drafted Patrick Ewing with our first pick. Since then, we have never owned the first pick.
Oh yeah, because it all got traded.
Our records have been atrocious.
We drafted and then poorly.
Correct, and with what we had in the front office, they always traded away our future. So our shot at even getting the first pick dwindled even more.
All that has been like
rewritten. Right, huh?
That's all that has been like kind of rewritten. Even like, I know people don't want to hear it, but Phil Jackson was the first person that kind of started the no trading first rounders for the Knicks.
Bro, he fucked us, bro.
He kind of did, but he kind of told Dolan.
This guy's his union rep.
he kind of told the front office, he was like, "Yo, the importance of having your pick."
The only good thing Phil Jackson did for New York was draft Kristaps Porzingis
and not trade any first round picks, bro.
Okay, what else?
We still haven't traded.
Keep going with the great list of things he's done. Like, stop.
But I'm not going to champion him. But he at least brought that mindset that you have to build inward rather than just look for anything outward. You got to build your own house. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. He took his money. He took his money and dipped, bro. He drafted Frank Ntilikina.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Awkward silence.
Nah, he did. I'm bro. We all seen the draft pick. I can't go on YouTube and scrub it.
That's another thing, which brings me to my point about the draft.
Mm-hmm.
We are fucking atrocious at drafting.
Used to be.
Maybe not these past 3 years.
Yeah, bro. Used to be.
But for the most part, we fucked ourselves, bro. Like, we missed so many players. Like,
no, we did.
And it's easy to reflect on it now, but it's certain blatant shit. Like, we needed a point guard before we signed Brunson. Like, before the Brunson acquisition, we needed a point guard. And who the fuck did we take with our 8th pick? Obi
Toppin.
Over Tyrese Halliburton. Over Tyrese Maxey. Like, there was, again, it's easy to reflect now, but Tyrese Halliburton, he fell in our lap. He was the easiest one to draft, and I felt like that's what we should have took. I think I text you that night.
True.
Or some shit. I think, yeah, right. Like I said, yo, I didn't want Toppin. I said I wanted Halliburton. And it's, it don't take no professional to figure that out, but, it is what it is. But
now, one thing I like about Halliburton's game, he does facilitate more than Brunson.
My boy,
and I feel like
that dude about to take over the point guard position, my boy.
He
averaged double figures in points and assists. Like, that's insane. That go crazy. And any person that facilitates on your team, that's helping you win automatically. Like,
no, you're not lying.
Yeah, you need that ball movement. Like, you need that leadership. You need that person handling the ball, leading your offense. Like, that could have been us. Like, and just like how Sacramento drafted him, like, we could, if need be, we could have traded him and signed Brunson. Like, that's why the draft is important. That sets us back.
But you already know, like, they took Obi because they thought they was getting rid of Randall.
Like, right, like now we're looking for what we didn't draft. Like,
a point guard?
No, just a better play in general. Like,
true.
We're looking for that. Like, we want Mikal Bridges. Like, we could have had him. Like, now we gotta eat that. Like, but these type of mistakes can't happen. Look at the great teams that win. They start in the draft, boy. Like, every franchise that win, they start in the draft.
I just said that about Phil, bro. That's what I'm saying. You just made my point. I literally just said Phil was like, "Yo, we should start building the draft." You're like, "Nah, I don't think it." But it's true.
Yeah, we should start building the draft. And then you draft Frank Ntilikina. No, bro. If you're gonna at least lose, you have to nail the pick. Like,
but no. You know another thing too. We talked about it too. Why a lot of Knicks draft picks failed when they got here because the house was not in order, bro.
No, it doesn't take a house to be in order.
No,
we
it
take
does.
Obi Toppin with our 8th pick. Obi played at University of Dayton. You let me know the top 10 player in that conference. You let me know another school in that conference. You don't know, but you can name another school in the Big 12. You can name another school in the Big East. You can name another school in the Pac-12. I could, but it's
UConn.
It's okay. They're an American conference. It's all right.
They not
in Big East. I know it's all right. They're not in Big East no more. A long time ago. So money. They all fucking flip conferences. But my whole point is he didn't play against the best, bro. And I got to get this out, bro. I was fully against drafting Obi Toppin. Everybody loves him as a basketball player, which is cool. But he's exciting to watch. He's a high energy guy. I say this all the time. Like, what fan wouldn't like a player that could jump high and dunk? But how is that helping us win? He did nothing. You take a player, you draft him 8th, and he does nothing substantial. Like, Blake Griffin had a similar game to Obi Toppin. Super athletic.
Jump out the gym.
Well, he was better defensively. Like, I'm not even going to put them in the same boat.
Ricky Blake and like first for you, Blake. He was a better defensive player than Toppin.
Who?
Blake Griffin.
Oh, Blake. Yeah,
Blake, that's what I'm saying. His first few years. I mean, like when he was fresh off Lob City.
But Blake gonna give you one crossover and then he gonna power up and dunk on your ass. We don't get that from Toppin.
Mhm.
Like, so how athletic are you? All right, Mr. Dunk Man, you want to win a slam dunk, bro? We not here for that. Like,
his is mostly off movement.
yeah, he was a poor defender. He couldn't guard a post, he couldn't guard a big, and he can't guard the wing. He couldn't shoot consistently. And people want to talk about playing time. I'm gonna evaluate you as a basketball player, fam. If you out there for 12 minutes, what the fuck are you doing in them 12 minutes? Right, that's what I'm saying. He didn't rebound well. Like, what did he do?
He didn't really rebound
What did he do
well.
to help us win? Besides, point to the fucking ceiling for a lob. Like, nah, bro. This is why we losing. And then we trading for 2 second rounders. Now we regress.
That was actually the worst.
And then our only addition is DiVincenzo. So I'm still waiting to see like what's gonna be the replacement for Toppin. Like, because we play small ball, we got away with it, but I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Nah, it's not gonna last long.
And this is my point about the draft. And I emphasize it so much because we regress, and then we trying to figure out who we gonna get, and then we get the rumors because we not doing what we supposed to. But with that being said, that's just my gripe with Obi. I love the direction we are going into. What we got next?
But now I was saying and I think one of the big factors of the Knicks' new organization is player development, bro. We've talked about this before. What player besides the new regime of RJ, IQ, Grimes, and even Jericho McBride, like who you could say the Knicks drafted and they made better under their watch?
Quick?
No, I'm saying not these guys now, before, like from 2000. Nobody really, bro. The player development was trash. And
shit. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna take you back. We drafted 2005. We drafted Nate Robinson, David Lee, Channing Frye.
Mm-hmm.
All three were actually decent players. They were all role players.
It was just a chaos.
I think no, Channing Frye was the only one to win a championship.
No, Lee too. Warriors.
Oh, Warriors. Yeah, David Lee. So Nate Robinson was the only one not to. Yeah, I forgot about D Lee run with Golden State.
He won, I think, when they first won it.
Right.
Too.
He fucked up his ankle with us. And he never was the same after that surgery. But shout out to David Lee, man.
Yeah,
David Lee. I
that was a true Knick.
Yeah.
He was a Knick.
Yeah.
He was a Knick when it was scary to be a Knick.
He was
an
all-star in 09. Like, people don't remember that. Like, he was an all-star back in 09. Like I remember David Lee. But from there, so that's 05, 06. Was it Ronaldo? Who we taking?
Ronaldo Balkman.
Ronaldo Balkman? I could be wrong.
We missed also those draft years we missed it was one and then we missed it. We traded it.
We took what's son from he went to Arizona. He had dreads.
Arizona. Oh, you talking about
the center
Hill?
The center, Jordan Hill.
Yeah, you talking. Oh my God!
You see what I'm saying?
I forgot all about homebro.
Bad.
I forgot all about Jordan. Shout out Jordan Hill, wherever you at, bro.
Just horrible picks. Ronaldo Balkman. Bro, like, I could keep going. Like, it just from the dawn of time. So again, like, we gotta draft better.
No, they have been drafting better.
Bro, since the Leon regime, like,
ever since after the Knox pick, bro, every pick has been roses. Besides Obi for you.
Yeah. For me, it's a fact, boy. What did Obi Toppin do for us, bro?
He gave us nice highlights.
Stop it.
Dunk between the legs.
Deuce McBride plays a little bit of minutes. But he comes in the game and you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be a pest and he may go by a defender, get you a layup. When Obi gets in the game, he's a fucking deer in headlights, bro. It's a difference when what's the Dominican man name on our team? Big Fro.
Oh, Sims?
Jericho Sims.
I'm Team Sims.
Super raw. When he gets in the game, you know he's going to rebound the ball. When he gets in the game, you know he's going to put a body on somebody. When he get in the game, you know he's going to box out. Obi, you know what Obi do a lot of times? Again, this is not to gripe on him, bro, but I'm critiquing him as a basketball player. He claps his hands like this because he fucked up. You don't get that from Quickly all the time. You don't get that from Grimes all the time. Grimes come in the game, I don't give a fuck if he goes 2 for 13.
Billy's balling up.
He going to shoot that shit because he a fucking shooter. That's what I need from Obi. I seen Obi half the time. They running a play or they running a set, and the lane is just wide open. He don't look at the basket to know. Tibbs not gonna fucking scream at you if you get a bucket. Put that shit on the floor, go power up, dunk that shit, go get back. Mm-hmm. We don't get that from him. If you a baller at the end of the day, you a baller. I don't give a fuck if you run the plays, if coach tell you to do this. If you could go get a bucket, go get a fucking bucket. I didn't get that from him, and that's what I don't like. I love every person on our team, and I told you that shit. Mm-hmm. I said, watch he get traded, and he was the only person on the Knicks to get moved. That team stayed the same, son. with the addition of DiVincenzo. That's it. The whole
Oh,
roster.
no, Obi had to get moved because I know he's also
he was
contract.
frustrated,
yeah.
and he's averaging 12 and 2 right now.
Yeah, he can't get another
he's
contract
averaging
with 12
He's averaging 12 and 2. Yeah, we missed out on something big. Next.
Do know
poor man's
Pacers,
Amari Stoudemire. Poor man Shawn Marion.
They owe us a first round pick. I don't know how they got away with Obi Toppin for 2 second rounders. Because the thing is, you're not a fool, bro.
Because we wasn't getting nothing for him.
Nah, we got a first round. They over 500, bro.
You put him on you let the front offices of other NBA teams know he's available. I guess Indiana was the only one come knocking.
Nah, Indiana been linked to him for a minute too. And also I noticed
I guess they was the only team knocking. Because if we just got 2 rounds, you think they got better offers, they was just gonna take 2 second rounds from Indiana?
Nah, because
that's my whole point, bro.
Yeah, everybody else. Indiana really did want him.
NBA's a stock market, boy. They don't give a fuck what you used to do, what you did in college. Bro, what can you do now? That's it. True. And he wasn't doing shit.
But other than that,
I said I was gonna get back to something too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In a deal, 4-star player. When if need be, if we ever do make that deal, who would you let go? Randall or RJ and why?
That is a tough question. I feel like you need both.
No, but my thing is
I'm saying like
in a deal, somebody's taking one of them. They're gonna have to give up one for a fact, for salary and for just fair value.
See, I can't do it. I can't do it.
See,
because I got
scared money don't make no money.
Scared money don't make no money, but I do feel like they earned the chance to see this shit through. Because Randall came before nobody else came.
So you're saying Julius Randle can help us win a championship?
I'm not saying he could, bro.
That's what you are saying.
Yeah, if you put the pieces around
they got to
him,
see it through, but you still got to answer the question.
See, the thing is, because I would take RJ in the future, because I feel like RJ, they grooming him. He's going to be the wing that you said we need. I feel like he's going to be that wing for us in 3-4 years. Like he's going to be that premier wing that the Knicks have. So I would like to hold on to that chip. So it might have to be Randall.
At times he gives RJ gives Portman's like we got Harrison Barnes, a left-handed Harrison Barnes. His ceiling, I don't even know who his ceiling could be compared to.
Who, RJ?
Yeah.
People always say Jimmy Butler, but I don't really see it.
What?
I don't see Jimmy Butler.
I don't know. Who said that?
A lot of people.
I don't know what basketball they watch.
Like on Twitter, everybody was calling RJ Jimmy 2.0, and I'm like,
Jimmy. You know what Jimmy do on a night in, night out basis? He comes in the game, he plays hard, he gets to his spots, he plays defense, he knocks down his free throws, he leaves the building. Like that dude is so fundamentally sound. Like it's insane. Like he does nothing spectacular or flashy. Bank shot, turn around fade. You know, he gets to his spots. He gets in, he gets out. Like it's so crazy. I have a Facebook post. I think this is back from 2017. I think this is when he was on Philly. I wanted the Knicks to go for him so badly. I think I put a post out like this is all. These are all my receipts. Like yeah, I wanted Jimmy Butler. We needed. Why the fuck, you know? And then eventually we had got Tibbs. Like so it would have been a match made in heaven, man. Like, and that's who fucking beat us in the playoffs. Like it just goes to show. He took out Philly. He took out us. Like dude's a killer. We need that type of player.
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah. But eventually we, you know, as far as improvements, we are gonna have to make a splash somewhere. Who that will be, how we're going to do that, you know,
remains to be seen.
Remains because we don't get paid for that shit. That's what I'm gonna figure out. Hopefully,
it's for Leon and Worldwide.
Rose, yeah, Worldwide and Rose. Yo, man, nobody's perfect, but we've improved. So I'll take it.
No, we're gonna have a episode dedicated to Leon Rose and like the front office because they really have reshaped the organization. The Knicks was probably the most toxic sports organization before they took over. And they stabilized it. They've brought life back into it. And they've kind of made it a new thing now. Right. Like I know it's not basketball, but definitely one of the biggest transactions under this new regime is bringing in Ronnie from Kif. Like, yeah,
shout out Ronnie. Yeah, shout out Kip. I like our city edition jerseys. You know,
I got the one from last year.
He shitted on my first. I sent it to him,
Nah,
the leaked photos. He should, yeah. I told you them shits was tough.
Nah, you know what it was? I did shit on him, and then
Shit was fire, boy.
Steve went to the season opener game. I attended the November 8th Spurs Wemby Kif night game and got to see them in person with the new court, and they're really official.
You still didn't bring my shirt.
Yeah, my fault, bro. I should have brought that shit today. Damn.
Shit.
For the second or third episode, Steve will have his Kif Knicks shirt straight from the Garden.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's that move really, because like you said, nobody really, players, executives, NBA management, nobody wanted to touch the Knicks with a 10-foot pole, bro.
Right.
And now that outlook or that perception of the Knicks is changing. So like, as long as the wins keep coming, as long as fans reply like with our players. Also, another thing, and I hope like it goes to the whole quickly. Another reason why players didn't want to come is because management at the time showed that they didn't really trust and take care of their players. Like, you're a ball player. You don't want to go to a program that's going to throw you away at the first sign of trouble or if there's a new shiny toy coming around. But I really do think it's imperative for the Knicks to sign quickly, because it shows, along with RJ and Mitch, that we drafted you, we made you better, and we'll take care of you. You know what I mean? And that goes a long way.
He has to say, yo, if we, I didn't even answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trading Randall too.
Yeah, I'll trade
Get
Randall.
him the fuck out of here. Like, he's that season, that break. I say get him the fuck out of here in a joking manner, but I also mean it, because it's like that season, like, yo, we wouldn't be what we would be if it wasn't for Randall. But at the same time, it got to his head and he didn't find ways to improve mentally. Like, I feel like as your star player, you got to have that IQ. You got to know when to turn it on, when to turn it off, when to get your teammates involved.
His basketball IQ is still kind of lacking.
Right. That first playoff series against Atlanta, like, the next year he comes back, everybody expected more, and it was the same frustrating bullshit. So, you know, if I had to choose, you look at his post-game interviews. You look at how he responds to adversity. Like, I watch RJ in interviews. RJ, political correct statement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I fucked up. You know, this loss is on me. You know, I got to be better. You know, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't get that from Randall. Sometimes it's,
You just make it sound like Shaq.
Bro, you gotta, you know, sometimes he could be unprofessional, and as the leader of the team, like, you know, you gotta set the example. And
but I don't think he's the leader now.
Obviously, he's one of the leaders, though.
One of the leaders, but I think Brunson,
that, but like,
Brunson has taken that over for him.
For the most part, I'm whoever we trade him for, obviously he's gonna give us more production than Randall, and then you hope RJ takes that next step. And averages more than what he's averaging, and he can maybe facilitate more, or improve his handle, or improve his defense, you know, become a lockdown defender. I don't know. But RJ's the younger player. He's a little less cheaper than Randall. And Randall's contract is also movable at this point. I think, what does he have, like 2 years left, a year left?
I think he has a play option after next.
His last year's a play option.
Yeah, so I think this season, and I think next season will be the last, and he has a play option.
Yo, he's done with it. He's done his job for us. You know, it's hard to cut ties, but eventually, if I had to choose one or two,
it'll be Randall.
It's Randall.
Nah, it'll be Randall for me too. Because like I said, I think RJ will.
The offense becomes. That's another reason. I'm sorry. The offense becomes stagnant a lot of times with Randall.
Now you saw last.
He has his games where he wants to facilitate and the offensive flows. Then he has his games where he's doubled by two people. He gives them a freaking shoulder to the chest and turn around fader brick, and then he pouts, and then the other team scores in transition. And,
because I think that's another reason why, like,
same Knicks episode. You know,
like Miami, like, gives him trouble because Spoelstra is obviously a basketball savant, but he throws so many looks at Randall. Like, he'll throw the blitz in the corner. He'll let Kyle Lowry get posted up with Randall, but then he'll bring Bam as soon as he gets the ball. So,
sidebar. Speaking of Bam, NBA. I wish we could at them.
Go look at the camera.
Please look into Bam Adebayo's screens, because his screens cause injuries. It's technically an offensive foul that's never called. He moves in screens like no other player. I've never seen it, and he gets away with it.
He was wilding in the playoffs,
bro. It's insane. Like, NBA, please look into that. Bam Adebayo's on ball screens. Yeah.
Now Bam about to come to the studio like who's saying my name?
You ain't gonna do shit. Your ass in Miami.
But no, I think also it's a good matchup. I think I'm like you said, I'm glad the Knicks won. Also, because I think 9-6 tomorrow is a big game against the Suns, but 9-6 looks and feels much better than 8-7.
Mm-hmm.
Because tomorrow, if they beat the Suns, then they're 10-6, and you literally got 10 wins before your 20th game.
Yeah.
There's been some seasons where they only get 13 wins. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, to get 10 before 20.
I want to recap how the NBA violated us too. Like we gonna that's we'll be at.
Yeah, we're up right here, bro. We're
do the
yeah, we're good.
Yeah, skip that one. We gonna get to that because look how the NBA. All right, so our first 7 games, just hear me out. Boston, Atlanta, New Orleans Pelicans, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Los Angeles Clippers. Our first 7 games were against all playoff teams, son.
Yeah.
And I don't think any other NBA team had that schedule. And it kind of annoys me because I'm wondering like why the NBA would do that to us. Like, why did you give us 7 tough games to start the season? I can understand 3 to 4, but 7? I just named 7 playoff teams, bro. 6 playoff teams, excuse me. We played Cleveland twice. 6 playoff teams to start off a 7 games season. Start the season with 7 games. Lost against Boston. Win against Atlanta. Lost against the Pelicans. Win against Cleveland. We lost when we played them on a back-to-back for the second game. Lost against Milwaukee. Win against the Clippers. I looked at that and I said, all right, we're okay. We're mid. We're mid. I want to see how we would look once we get into that like mid-season groove. And it looks like everyone kind of is getting into the form. Randall included. Randall, Barrett. Barrett, he got off to a quick start. Quickly, Brunson, you know what he's gonna do. I can't say enough about Mitchell Robinson and what he's brought. DiVincenzo is finding his shot too. He started off rusty, but he's also finding his shot.
Yeah, it's a rhythm and flow.
Yeah,
especially coming into a new team and see how they operate, touches and stuff.
He's getting it. At times he gets sloppy with the ball. He gets a little too flashy. But for the most part, I love what everybody's been bringing. Hartenstein, I don't think he gets enough credit either.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't get no like.
Shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein. Last year, I was trying to run you out of town, bro. I ain't going.
Why?
Yo, the first, I think like the first 15 games,
he did his job, son.
No, the first 15 games, he was like,
he does his job as a backup
very
center.
Bad.
He rebounds well. He can knock down the shot from time to time. He rotates on defense off that pick and roll well. He gets you a block shot. He gets the crowd going. He does, as far as you could check off boxes for Isaiah Hartenstein. He plays hard. Like, all you could ask for him to do is play hard, rebound, do your job on the pick and roll. You know, he backs up Mitch, if you ask me, bro.
Nah, he turned it around.
That's
like, literally.
That's firing an employee for some bullshit. That's what that is.
Literally the first 10 games, even he would admit, because he even admitted, he was like, nah, I need to play better. And I was like, yo, because you remember he was supposed to be the backup center, but he turned it around. He was like,
I fuck with him, man.
He was definitely the
and I like Sims as our third string, as the backup even more. Like,
nah, me too. I was gonna say, well, Hart, he was definitely the second MVP behind Brunson for last season. Right. And then it's carrying on to this season. Isaiah Hartenstein is a very smart. I really like his minutes on the floor because he can even initiate the offense with his passing. Like, he's like the fake Joker. Call him the jester. But I definitely Hartenstein definitely has been he's getting his credit in the Knicks. He's becoming a fan favorite, and hopefully he stays because he's definitely valuable.
Yeah, I fuck with our whole team this year, man. Glad they got OB up out of there. Happy.
But that's what happens when you let players grow. Like we talked about it before, there's no Nick Core past the 70s.
It's crazy. I don't see him doing nothing he ain't doing on the Knicks. He stand in the corner. He do a little pick and roll. Bro.
Yeah, they just run a little more motion offense in
he
Indiana.
Ain't doing shit anyway. Adam Silver versus the Knicks. I got a tripe for Adam Silver. I got a gripe. I got a gripe with Adam Silver. Yeah. We're going to start with Dallas tanking that last game. And I think they were just fined some money.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. They definitely tanked. And like you said, that goes against their anti-competitive. What's that little term they have?
I feel like we traded for that pick in the Kristaps Porzingis trade.
Yeah, we did. That was one of the picks.
The years passed by. it's time for that trade to get, used for us for whatever reason, whether we draft a player or trade back or trade it. We don't get to use the pick because they falsely say Luka was hurt or Luka and Kyrie was.
Yeah, they was resting. They just told everybody not to show up.
And then the repercussion is just a fine from a first round lottery pick, top 10 protected. It was just top 10 protected. They wasn't gonna get. I doubt they was falling in that top 10. That pick was coming to us. It probably would have been 13, 14. Like,
but still, that's a lottery pick.
Right. It's a lottery pick that we don't get to utilize in a trade, trading our best player and Kristaps Porzingis in that deal. Like,
No, it's karma, but Dallas was wrong for that. One of my best friends, he's a Dallas Mavericks fan.
Yeah.
So I don't have no beef with the Mavericks. They were wrong for that. They was also salty that the Knicks, because that's the thing. The Knicks always were the ones being taken to the cleaners in the trade. So Mark Cuban would have looked up. He would have traded. He already got rid of Porzingis, and then you would have give the Knicks a lottery pick on top of that. You know what I mean? It's very salty business, but he should have paid what he was owed. But like I said, it's karma, and basketball karma we'll see Cuban soon.
Yeah. Another gripe, Adam Silver. I'm sorry. I'm calling you out. Yeah.
You about to get us shut down, bro. We ain't making it to episode 2. We about to send the SWAT team.
Call him out. What was the second one?
Well, for
Adam Silver.
Yeah. You want to go over the Dolan?
Oh, Toronto.
I'm about to say Dolan.
Toronto. What's going on? I know it's pending right now. It's pending investigation. They taking it to court and whatnot.
Yeah, they taking it to real court. Not even to basketball
court. They want legal, legal ramifications. Like, hell yeah. I hope something is done because this is the second time the Knicks got burned. There was a contract signed and he breached the contract by sharing Knicks. What was it? Like, it's like
the employee.
Yeah, no, but I heard he took a USB and gave them our set to how much times we run pick and roll. I heard a lot of NBA teams do it. It's just not common. Some teams,
just not doing
some teams will call another coach and say, "Hey, we don't run like this. We don't practice these habits. This dude brought us this." But I don't know how the Knicks found out, any of that.
Nah, it's all encrypted. That's what they said. They was like the whatever data, because obviously that's precious data. It's about your basketball team.
Regardless of how small or how large the scale is, like he broke a rule, he broke a contractual rule, and there should be some penalty for it. And I feel like too many times the Knicks get fucked over and don't get the 10th pick. We supposed to have that. Not the 10th pick, but our lottery pick. Like, they just get a fine. All right, so what did the Knicks get? Like, so we just get nothing? Like,
nothing.
You know what I'm saying? It's just insane. I don't know how the rules work per se, but it's just a lot of things don't add up.
Now you read about that. But the whole Raptors and Knicks go way back, and it also starts and ends with Masai.
Yeah.
Masai has a very hate relationship with the Knicks. He hates the Knicks, but he loves the Knicks because the Knicks made him who he is because of that trade, gave him all the pompous in NBA circles. And then he also hates the Knicks because I don't know what, but Masai hates the Knicks, so whatever that was definitely, he could say whatever he want. Somebody under him made that call to get that information because he thought he could just fuck around and dick the Knicks. But Dolan Leon was like, not today. Like, this is not. You know what this reminded? You ever watch Casino?
No, I never saw it.
Well, there's a scene in the movie with Joe Pesci, and there was like a couple of gangsters. They were checking out the casino, and they obviously he know the gangster code, so he know they was about to like scam or they were just going to do some bullshit to this casino. And he was like, "Hey, what you doing over here?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm over here now." He was like, "Oh, you over here?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm over here." So they kind of dipped out, but so that kind of shows like what Leon and Worldwide and everybody they brought has kind of showed like yesterday's Knicks is not today's Knicks. Like, you cannot do the tomfoolery.
Get us for the Paul George bullshit.
Yeah, you can't do that. You cannot expect us to sell the farm in a trade because we're not meeting that price.
God forbid we get Karl Anthony Towns, man.
No, I don't
even want to go
bro,
in that direction.
They also winning. Like, wow, and that's the thing. Like, wow.
That deal is off.
Like, bro, they winning.
Yeah, if they weren't, that'd have been another story. I didn't want him anyway. I
didn't want him either. Like, I don't think Cat would have the mental to play in
Embiid. He's a good discussion too.
I'm off Embiid.
I'm on the border. I'm on the border with him. I think by the time we get him, he's gonna be
because the thing about with Embiid, the things people you kill Randall for. I've seen it. Embiid do it in the Sixers uniform, and it will be so much worse.
Yeah, Embiid is the Benz. He the MLK with mileage.
You let Philly carry on the Embiid experiment. He's just fine where he's at.
Right.
Maybe somebody soon, but I know we have the Suns tomorrow. I don't know who's playing.
Great matchup. Kevin Durant, he didn't play in their last game. Booker had 40 last game.
He most likely gonna play tomorrow. Kevin Durant, MSG, Knicks fans.
Nurkic is a decent rebounder, decent defender, but I think Mitch will probably win that matchup. Mitch will defend him well. Randall, who's the power forward?
That's another thing too.
The thing is, I don't know their matchup now because of I don't know if KD's playing. I don't know. I know Devin Eubanks is their backup. I mean, if KD doesn't play, I'm taking Knicks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think we overdo them.
Yeah, because
offensively, I don't. Bradley Beal is still out. He hasn't.
Did he play? He's still without the back too.
Right. So if you talking Booker and the Suns, Grayson Allen and the gang, I guess.
Shout out to Grayson. One of my favorite players. I played like Grayson Allen. Like back when I used to play like Rocket League, I played just like Grayson Allen, just dirty as fuck.
Yeah, nah. Grayson Allen, I never was too big on the dude, but
But
get it how you get it, man.
It's gonna be it's definitely a big win tomorrow. They really need to protect home court because then they'll be 2-0 on this 4-game homestand with the Hornets and Pistons coming up.
I like our chances. I want to go 10-6. I think
10-6 sounds really nice.
I think if you play the Suns and you got to take advantage if Durant isn't playing. You got to take advantage of if they're not fully equipped with their army. Like, full haul. Let's get this W. Don't take the foot off the gas. Like, let's get that wave from winning from the Heat game. Let's translate that into tomorrow. Like, Sundays in the Garden usually we play well. So let's see where we go with that.
It's not a late night game. It's like that mid afternoon.
Yeah. So let's see where we go. They in their home beds. Knicks is at home. So they not traveling. Yeah.
But it should be good. The season's definitely shaping up to be a fun one. The vibes in the city feel good. Crazy enough, not to like kick them when they're down. I don't even hear much about the Nets, which is crazy because I know they got like a little squad, but it's like even just this year, I've not heard nothing about the Nets.
Ben Simmons back again, bro. He got nerve problems. That situation is just insane. Mikal Bridges isn't playing to where he's played last year.
Oh, once he got traded over, and he was like,
right. Everybody thought he was gonna either play at that level or propel. He hasn't. Really been there.
Also, coaches see film.
Cameron Johnson. Yeah, that's another thing. You adjust, right?
Yeah, so they let him do whatever after, and it's like, all right, we coming in, and now we know what you're going to do.
Yeah, you want other teams scout report at certain points, right? And I think that's why Brunson got up to a slow start. Teams kind of like, Brunson is a rhythm guy, so Brunson likes to have the ball in his hands. I don't know if you noticed in the game last night, like, he didn't have the ball in his hands to bring up the ball certain possessions because Eric Spoelstra he's that smart.
Yeah, he had like Richardson picking him up from full court. I noticed that.
Because he knows Brunson's a rhythm guy. Like he already seen what he's doing from when he inbound the ball. So you let him get off the ball, you kind of take him out his groove, but he still gave us buckets. So
my fault. Because we about to
24,
wrap. We got 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you guys for checking us out. First episode of Red Hot Knicks Talk. I do want to go on to tackle onto the Brunson and then we could close up. Also, another thing about the Heat game. With Brunson, I think the FIBA, he was kind of running on tired legs a little bit.
Yeah, he got up to a slow start, but he's getting there. Yeah.
And then also, like you said, with the coaching, like we talked about this this week when like we chit-chatted, but I've definitely noticed a lot of opposing coaches are sending somebody to impede him getting in the spot.
Get to the spot, yeah. Make him uncomfortable.
So he's learning. He's also getting into his route.
He's a star player where he has the IQ to adjust. He's not Randall.
And he's clutch, bro. Sorry, even the shots last night was like super clutch. Yeah. Those are some clutch. Yeah. Those are NBA star shots.
Quick ad. Like I mentioned this to you. Quickly, he's getting there. I feel like quickly, he's in a tough spot with the Knicks because I think Tibbs has him on the floor, and he's at times he doesn't know if he needs to be aggressive as a scorer or if he needs to facilitate and get the offense going or get others involved.
He gets caught in the middle.
But there's times where you just see him playing freely and he's in his zone where he's driving downhill, getting a floater, or catching you, stepping back, catching a three, So
even the mid-range, he's very good at mid-range too.
Yeah. I like him, man. I like him. He's similar to Maxey. Him and Maxey are very similar.
Those two are super similar.
I know, man. So we gotta tread lightly with him and see what we have but again, if in a trade, they're gonna want him.
Yeah.
And we have to give up somebody. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're gonna give him Fournier.
Fournier's
a bag
definitely
of
gonna be in the deal.
popcorn,
Yeah, 2 firsts, 2 future firsts, or whether we own the pick or not, I don't know.
and some artichoke pizza slices. But before we wrap up, I do want to say about players. It was my first time watching the Heat. That fucking Jacquez Jr. Yo, bro can ball, bro.
Oh,
The rookie they got, yo, he can ball, and that's my first time really watching him, and I know he's gonna be one of those pesky Nick killers.
I wrote about him in my group chat.
Nah, he can ball.
I keep the receipts, man. I saw him in summer league. Yeah, certain dudes you just know. That's what I'm saying. He's just a baller. Fuck a play, fuck a set, go get a bucket, and that you gonna stand out somehow, some way. And he's already. I think he get like what was it, 12 minutes a game? 12. He plays like 16.
I think he's in the starting rotation now because what to do with that ACL. So
he's gonna be a good dude in this league. Jaime Vazquez Jr.
But yeah, thank you guys. This is the first episode of Red Hot Knicks Talk. Long time coming.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching Red Hot Knicks Talk.
Yeah, we got definitely plenty more. We got Nick content that we will be bringing to you guys along with like recaps of the season. We also want to have a lot of themes of like favorite players, favorite eras. We also want to have guests on the show.
Yeah, we're gonna add stuff to our Instagram page. We're gonna expand, guys. YouTube, X as it now is called, formerly Twitter.
That is true.
I don't think we're doing Facebook, TikTok too.
Yeah, we on the TikTok.
We're gonna get on all of that, guys.
We with Gen Z.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Whoever tuned in, we greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys.
Watch Red Hot Knicks Talk.
This is Teddy signing off.
Steve out.